Today class is Stop SAP, Start SAP. Before starting this class, let's have a small discussion. The different connections we have, like in the architecture, we have 3 layers. Okay, so using the first layer, GUI layer, we will connect to this application, right? This is called a GUI connection or application connection or a R3 connection. R3 connection or application connection or a GUI connection. The different names. Different names we have. So now we will connect to this application server. I guess everyone installed the GUI in your laptop. You will run the T codes here, SM50, SM51. Like yesterday, we have practiced some transaction codes, right? The same. But now, the today class is Stop SAP, Start SAP. As part of this class, we should have idea on the OS connection. This is operating system connection. From your laptop, you will connect to this OS level. OS means operating system. This is OS connection. It is different from the application connection. Okay, now you should have the idea from the differences between Windows and Linux. If your target operating system is Windows, you should take RDP connection. If your target operating system is Linux, you should use the putty software to connect the server. RDP putty. This is how we will connect to the server. So let's close this server. Now I will show you how we will connect the RDP and how we will connect the putty. Windows are MSTSC. So here we need to give the IP address, the username. Then we need to give the password. Just 1 minute. Let me copy the password. Yeah. Now give the password. Say okay. Say yes. So this is called RDP. From my laptop, which is Windows, so here the target server also Windows. Okay, so this is my laptop. This is my Windows. My laptop. From this, I have connected the another server which is running on Windows. The connection type is MSTSC connection or RDP connection. Okay, so I have connected a Windows now. Now I will show you how to connect a Linux server. This is the software putty. Here we need to give the server details. 192 IP address 1.60. Open. User is root. So we have connected to a server. This is the server. Here we will run the commands like this. For everything we have the commands, no GUI like a Windows. On the Windows, you have a graphical user interface. If you connect it to the Windows server, there that Windows server also like your laptop. You have a graphical user interface. If you want to create a folder, if you want to delete a folder, if you want to copy something, you can simply right-click, create, right-click, copy something. You can. But on the Linux, only commands. That we have discussed in Windows Linux differences class. If you have any queries, just refer the Windows Linux class once. Now we should have idea on SAP Instances class, which is last but one class. Defaultly SAP itself having the application server having two instances. Then followed by, if you need any additional application servers, the colored one you can feel like a additional application servers. The black two are there, right? Just feel it like a primary application server and ASCS. The default instances are PAS plus ASCS, SAP Central. Then if you want to additional application server one, additional application server 2, and so on, like this. You can keep on creating multiple additional application server till 96. Those many instances we have. Instances like a floor in the hotel, what we have discussed already. The standard defaultly we will get 2 floors, one PAS, another one AS. Still you need a more work process. You can configure multiple additional application servers like this. You can keep on creating. Got it? So now relating to today class, how to stop SAP, how to start SAP. First point, we need to connect the OS level to start. If you want to stop this application or start this application, you cannot do that from the application level, means using this GUI connection or application level. You should have the OS access. The first note point, to stop, to start. Please make a note. To stop or start. Or start. To stop or start. To stop or start. We need a OS level access. We need OS level. Okay, it's from the application level, it is not possible. Okay, and if Linux, we need to run the commands using, we need SID ADM user. With SID ADM user only it is possible. If Linux, Windows, any authenticated user, that we have already discussed. Again, I'm saying same. Windows Linux differences class, I covered that part. Okay, so I just remove this point, which we already discussed. After connecting here, if it is Windows, we have SAP MMC tool. If it is Linux, stop SAP, start SAP commands. But now the new point is, what is the stop sequence and what is the start sequence? First, I will give stop sequence. Stop sequence. When you are stopping your application, you will stop additional applications. Then you should stop primary application. The last ASCS. If you want to add the DB also, DB will be the last. This is the stop sequence. When you want to start your application, start sequence. Start sequence. DB, ASCS, PAS, additional application server and additional applications. See, it's quite opposite to the stop sequence. Why? What is the reason? Reason is, see, additional application servers having the dialog work process background updates. Even primary application server also having DVE not DV not E BGS, where ASCS having NQ and messages, right? See, just observe carefully. Observe carefully. NQ is a lock provider. NQ is a lock provider. But update work process need a lock. So dialog will ask a lock. Who will provide the lock? NQ.
NQ will provide.
See, always primary application server having a dependency with ASCS. Having a dependency with ASCS. But ASCS won't depend on the primary application server. He's a provider. He's a provider. So it's purely based on the dependency. And the primary application server is getting started, that time it will check whether my ASCS is started or not, there or not, running or not. The same way, application server need a database to store the data, but DB doesn't need application. Application server need a database. So when the application server is getting started, it will check whether my DB is running or not. Again, it's a dependency. That is the reason. First DB, then application. In the application, first ASCS, then the remaining instance. Additional will be last. Understand? Any questions here? Any questions? Why the sequence means no one will cross question you why the sequence will be like that, but you should have the idea because of the dependency. Application server need a database, so database will start first, then application. To store the data, DB is needed. Okay. So when PAS need a locks, so ASCS first. Lock provider NQ is there on ASCS. Okay, but like that. So now, if it is Windows, simply you have SAP MMC tool, SAP MMC tool. On the SAP MMC tool, right click, you can stop start. This point also already discussed in Windows Linux differences class. If it is Linux, you have a commands. Now I will show you the different commands. And I already covered how to access this server and how to access a Linux. Now first, you need to go to the USR SAP. Sorry, small. It's a case sensitive. USR SAP. This is the command you need to run. LL. Here you have SID. This is two called SID. A22, H20. A means application. H means HANA database. Okay. Just connect with switch user. A22, SID, ADM. Means this is command to switch the user. Switch user. SU means switch user. CD means change directory. Directory means folder. You need to come this folder. You need to check what is your SID. Then accordingly switch user to SID ADM. See, spaces are must. It's case sensitive. To connector, if you want to check who am I is the command to check which user is connected, SID ADM. Because of Linux, SID ADM user only can stop and start. Now command start SAP space check. See, while checking also, first it will check the DB, then it will check the ACS. See clearly. Checking database. Database is running. Checking ASCS. ASCS instance is running. Checking D00 means primary application server. The primary application server D00 is running. See the sequence. Same like a start sequence. The checking sequence also. Now, if you want to give the stop command, stop SAP is the command. See, first it is stopped D00. Here you will see USR SAP D00 instance is getting stopped first. Instance number 00. D00 means primary application server is getting. See here. D00 is running. When it is checked, it's lost. When it going to stop command, the stop command stop SAP. First D00. See. D00 instance is stopped. Then ASCS 01 is stop sequence. Then it couldn't able to stop the DB. It is failed to stop the DB. Otherwise, the DB will get stopped. This is sequence. Every line is important. Sequence, what it is showing. Every line you need to by heart. See, now I'm giving start SAP. See, when it is coming to the start, now I ran start command only, right? See, start SAP command. See, first it is cross-checked with the DB. The DB is running. DB is running. Then it is went to the ASCS. Starting ASCS. Then starting primary application server. D00 stands for primary application server. Starting PAS. Starting primary application server. This is a start sequence. This is start sequence, stop sequence, and start sequence. And these are the commands. How to check our system SID means the first command, change directory command. How to switch the user? SU command, switch user command. So as per this recording, you just access the server and you just give the stop start. We have some more extra commands. Slowly I will introduce, like I will teach you the commands one by one.
If you want the full video of this video, contact the numbers below or send a message. Thank you for watching.